hurricane turn, and you leave out and come up to a place called Hurricane where they turn the train around in the other direction. This little stop in the road or the railroad and keep on going. Hey, I'm Mike Smuck. I'm up here at Hatcher Pass, Alaska, and anyways, there's mines everywhere up through here. Nobody's actually panning for gold, or doesn't even look like they're mining. But anyways, took a tour of the Independence mine just over the pass, and I seen this area. It looks like somebody was working it, but there's no signs here to say keep out or nothing. I found gold down below here. There's a mine up above here on this creek, and so we're gonna go down here and see if we can find any gold. All right, so I'm down here, so it looks kind of odd. There's no trespassing. There is no trespassing signs down here. Looks like somebody was just randomly pulling dirt out of here, and kind of by the looks of things, that I think they got busted. I don't think they had a mining or reclamation permit here, but they dug a bunch of holes. So we're gonna go around here and look. They got a bridge across right here. They diverted the water over there, so they were trying to set up something and they quit for some reason. So I think they were probably in here illegally, but that doesn't mean we're illegal, because we can prospect with a pan and a little shovel. So let's go see what we can find. All right, so we did find an old sign up here. I don't know how old it is. They didn't keep their claim up. So what happens out on the claim, just so everybody knows, this is a federal claim. You can put up all the information you want, but if you don't put that paperwork in a container so people can read it and know what they're doing, if it's an active claim or not. So nobody knows that this is an active claim. They didn't leave their paperwork there. There's not even a place. They just put that there's some sort of mining company, a bunch of farmers back in that apparently own this. They didn't take the responsibility to reclaim this, and this is what gives a lot of guys the bad name for mining, because they didn't come back and they didn't have a permit to reroute the creek. And if it was so much gold in here, they'd be in here mining right now, and they would have done it. So it looks like to me like the vegetation that's growing in here, they left this last summer or the summer before, so I bet you they didn't renew their permit. So I think what happened is a lot of people think just because if you go out and claim a mine that you can just start mining it. You have to go through the whole process through the state that you're in, whether it's a reclamation permit, which 99% of the time it's called a reclamation permit, not a mining permit. So they still got to be able to prove how they're going to reclaim this with bond money, and that's the federal law right there. So anyways, we're going to go ahead. We can still pan here. It's not against the law. So they did dig a big old hole here. I'm going to pick out something maybe right in here and just see what's going on here. Go out here and get it wet, make it down good. Now just start going back and forth like that, like this. See it wash that off? If there's any gold in there, it'll get stuck in the riffles if it's wanting to float that bad. Shake it down a little bit more, do it again. And just take it all the way off until I start seeing some black sand. And let's see how well we've done here. Yeah, a little bit. Get the old snuffer bottle out. Not enough to probably pick up on the camera, but I think if a person was to spend some time up here at Hatcher Pass, I think you could probably find some gold all the way up through here. The Independence Mine and Mine Mucker. And you can see the beautiful country here. The Crow Creek Mine was a hydro mine. There's the old hydro cannon right there. Pretty neat place down here. You can pay general admission, self-guided access to historic mining mileage, or you can just do the gold panning, demo pay dirt, and basic equipment. So here's a water cannon. So they put that under some high pressure there. Yeah, it's an old one. It was riveted together. So you can see the age is fairly old on there. So we're leaving the base camp of Crow Creek Mine. We're still on the mine property and still the mine basically, because it was a hydro mine. You got them mountains up there still have glacial snow on them. So we're gonna go up here and see if we can find some gold up this trail. All right, so we made it down here. Crow Creek people down here panning. So this is all glacial melt is what they're telling me. And they said to dig in this bank here, but really good gold, of course, is down there in that rushing water. They say that it actually drops really low, but not today. So we're gonna try our hand here. All right, okay. So I'm at the Crow Creek Mine, just outside of, I guess it'd be Palmer, Alaska. So anyways, you can come down here, you pay 30 bucks. They give you a little bit of pay dirt to play with if you want, and then you come back in here. And they got shovels down here, some buckets and whatnot. And of course I flew in, so I only brought my bucket. I don't have a screen. So I've already found a little bit. There's not a lot in here. They say when this glacial water goes down, that there's a lot bigger stuff down in there, but it's rushing so bad. But Anyways, I'm gonna pan this one out and then I'm gonna show you what I actually found. It's easy to pan. It's kind of light material. Nothing like getting in the cold water in Alaska. Easy stuff to pan. All right, let's see what we got here. Well, I got skunk this time. So if you come here, you just keep on going for it. I would bring a sluice box in here. You can see that's the biggest piece I got. There's some little pieces in there. I'd say I did about 10 pans of this. So I got a little bit of tension going on. Here's a floater right there, but you can kind of tell. If you spend all day in here, I imagine you get quite a few more of those bigger ones. So I highly recommend Crow Creek Mine, and it's also on the GPAA list for Alaska. And keep on watching Mike's Muck.